FIFA built a ball so sensitive it once erased a World Cup goal because the ball brushed a player's hair. On Saturday night, Norway watched that same ball apparently strike a steel camera cable, and the machine said it felt nothing. Here's the moment. First half stoppage time in Miami, Norway ahead, when goalkeeper Orjan Nyland launches a clearance and the ball, in his coach's words, fell straight down from the sky, so it changed its direction. It drops to England's Elliot Anderson, who finds Anthony Gordon, who finds Jude Bellingham, who buries the equalizer. Nyland slaps the turf. Erling Haaland and coach Ståle Solbakken confront referee Clement Turpin at halftime. Solbakken is so incensed, he throws a water bottle at one of his own assistants. And mid-match, FIFA does something rare. It publishes a statement. The sensor in the connected ball showed no peak in the heartbeat of the ball when in the air, and therefore no evidence that the ball touched the overhead wire and changed the movement of the ball. Norway midfielder Sander Berge's answer: it's ridiculous. This one with the wire. 2-1 says itself. There are small margins and we know which way it went. And Solbakken's, which belongs in a museum, I don't think there's any doubt that it touched something, but unfortunately, we have to live with this. So we will talk about the wire until we are all dead. Now, here is why nobody in Norway believes the machine. That exact connected ball technology already decided a knockout match at this World Cup. Against Portugal, Croatia's Josko Gvardiol scored a 105th minute equalizer, and the censor ruled it out by detecting that the ball had grazed an attacker's hair, confirming an offside. That decision ended Luka Modric's 24-year World Cup career. England's own coach, Thomas Tuchel, made the comparison himself on Saturday. There is a chip in the ball who can tell you if a hair touches it, as we know since the Croatia versus Portugal game, so they should be able to tell you if it happened. I didn't see it. Then he added, honestly, I am not saying we are lucky to win, but we are lucky in decisive moments. A ball that feels a hair claims it felt nothing from a steel cable. Either Norwegian eyes invented it or the system has a gap exactly where nobody checked because the referee told Solbakken he received no message at all. And one more fact, not an accusation, just a fact. The video assistant referee that night was Jerome Brassard, the same official who sat in the VAR booth for Argentina against Egypt. One chair, two of this tournament's three biggest firestorms. If your trust in the machine just wobbled, hit like and subscribe, because the numbers behind this are the real story. Because according to Reuters, the flood was not an accident, it was policy. Pierluigi Collina and the game's lawmakers deliberately expanded VAR into 4 new intervention areas this tournament. With 4 officials in the booth, there were 20 VAR interventions at the entire 2018 World Cup and fewer than 30 in Qatar. Those numbers were dwarfed before this tournament's group stage ended. Red cards have more than tripled, 13 by the end of the round of 16, and Reuters notes at least 2 of them, Balogun and Kwanzaa, would never have been shown before VAR. Modric on his way out, it's either being used incorrectly or selectively, depending on the size of the team. Croatia's federation, which supports VAR, wrote to FIFA calling the hair decision an abuse of technology. And a Northeastern University scientist studying the tournament's data put the mood in one line: fans are voting with their boos. In fairness, the chip may simply be right. Eyes deceive in chaos, and those tripled red cards include real fouls the referees genuinely missed. The technology has corrected true injustices, and nobody sane wants 1986 back. The machine is not lying. The problem is that nobody can predict when the humans will consult it. And now the semifinals inherit everything. France against Spain on Tuesday, England against Argentina on Wednesday in Atlanta, the 2 teams at the center of the knockout's biggest storms, sharing one field, with England's referees barred by nationality and Latexier radioactive. Someone has to take that whistle. The machine was built to end the arguments. The machine is now the argument. So settle it in one word: The chip or your own eyes, which do you trust? Drop it below and smash like and subscribe and share this video because whoever gets handed the England-Argentina whistle is the next episode. Hey, before you go, look at your screen right now. See that first video element that is going to appear right there? That's the previous episode of the Cup Theory series in case you missed it. And that second one right next to it, that's the complete binge-worthy Cup Theory playlist waiting for you. Trust me, this is one of those series you'll want to watch end to end. Every forgotten name, every buried story, every life that history almost lost. Go ahead and click both of them right now and keep the deep dive going. You know you want to. Thank you for watching.